Hey everybody, welcome to redgtv. I'm your host, Reggie, and today I'm going to do a bit of a walkthrough on one of my properties in the Kingsway. It's an old bungalow that I bought, and I'm just going to show you some of the things that I've done from a DIY perspective after I bought the property to improve it. So it's a great example for everybody out there that's attempting to do DIY projects. I didn't have any training or past work really doing any renovation or construction type stuff. I just learned it myself, used YouTube to learn, and talking to some of the great people at Home Depot and some of the other hardware or renovation related stores to find out how to do things, and took them on, and I think they worked out pretty well. So take a look. So when you come into the house here, you see the kitchen. So when I bought this house, it was a little tiny kitchen kind of in this footprint of area, and then a dining room in the back. So I just decided to open it up to one big room. But the cool thing in this room that I did that was really easy, that looks way more complicated, was the roof, or the ceiling I should say. So the issue here was that there was an old stucco ceiling on that side, and then this side here had like a drop ceiling, so it was all smooth. And this house, the stucco was all done by hand. And you can see these trims over here. It's actual stucco, it's not like pieces of trim. So ceilings didn't match. So to try and find somebody that could do that was super difficult. And I think the cheapest quote I got was about $5,000 to do the ceilings over so they could match. So this is just really thin cedar, again, shiplap, basically tongue and groove. I think it's like 2 or 3 millimeters thick, so it's super thin, and then just nail gunned that to the ceiling. So it turned out well. It's an interesting project there in the kitchen. And then in the TV room, again, I wanted to make a focal point. So that was a really old mantle style. It's an actual wood burning fireplace. So I just took down the mantle and then redid the box with cement board. So it's fireproof and fire rated. And then just added this stone after. So again, turned out pretty good, sort of acting as a focal point in the living room. And then another cool thing I built for the wood is this plexiglass style holder. So I got the idea for one of these online, and again, it was super expensive. So all I did was I just found a plexiglass supplier to provide 2 sheets of acrylic plexiglass, and that was maybe, I don't know, 40 or 50 bucks. And then these stainless steel rods are just from an IKEA kitchen shelf, and I think 2 came per pack, so it was maybe $5 for each of those, and was able to replicate that wood holder for probably 1/10 of the actual cost. So you'll see a theme of the house in here is wood, because it's really easy to work with. So again, did this bathroom from scratch, ripped out and gutted the entire bathroom, and then just redid it with, this is a dining room cabinet from IKEA, and then just retrofitted that so that the bowl style sink would fit. But as you can see, again, added some cedar to accent. Goes all the way around to the bathroom there, and then redid the shower. So again, a really easy way to use wood to kind of customize a room to make it look a lot different than it would just painted. And then if you go into the bedroom, did some cool stuff back here, just with some built-ins, shelving and some barn board in the back. another fireplace upstairs here in the office area, and a full built-in sort of desk. And the back room here, this goes outside, and the barn door I showed before as well. So that's all custom. And then the cool thing I did last year, go outside here to the deck. You'll see, so that is just one of those old tent style base gazebos. And just kept the frame for it, which is kind of the base. And then I just added wood 1x2s to the top of the metal, so I had something to screw into. And then just added this truss in the middle, and then just bought these 8-foot cedar fence pieces, and just turned it into fully kind of hard top based gazebo. I also did a little built-in barbecue kitchen sort of area here in the back with a fridge, so it's nice for entertaining once the weather gets nice and warm. So we're down in the basement now, and this was a completely unfinished basement, so I've done the entire basement area and broke it up into a bunch of rooms, which I'll show you in a second here. But the first thing I wanted to show you in the main living room area was an idea that's really easy if you want to do a built-in for a fireplace. So I had the gas fireplace installed. It's just basically a square, and then, you know, to add some character down here, basically all you do is just build out a drywall square with the cement board just around the fireplace instead of actual drywall. I think it's a 3 foot or 2 or 3 foot sort of radius around the fireplace you need to be on code and for safety. And then those are just cheap 2x2 wood slats that I obviously cut to length and then just stain them dark, and then just added some floating shelves on the one side, and then that's just a system from IKEA to kind of match. So it's a really cool way to, again, add sort of a focal point down to this main TV room. And then, just to give you an idea, finished the basement, did a little office here, showing this barn door that I built in another video. Added a bedroom, guest bedroom for people to stay, and then turned this back area into a large sort of spa style bathroom. So again, everything you see here, did myself. So that's just a brick veneer. It's real brick and cement, but added that to the wall. And this tub surround is kind of just a cool idea too. I just built a box around the tub and then added cedar wood to finish it. So it gives it a nice smell down here. And then this back room is the laundry room area. So again, just took cheap IKEA cabinets and just cut them down a little bit so they would fit floor to ceiling, because the ceilings aren't too high down here. And then just did the same thing for the laundry room. It's a good idea. This is just a standard sink and cabinet from IKEA, just plain white, and all I did was rip some pieces of cedar that were left over from the tub surround to kind of match, and then tied in some cedar areas as well. Project that turned out pretty well at the front of the house here is this little built-in seating area that's in front of the bay window. Actually was a great spot for my dog to hang out with the fam in the living room here. So all that is really just upper cabinets from IKEA. You can see they open, so they're just for shoes and stuff. And then just for the most part, you set those on top of two 2x4s, and then brought them out enough, and then just had this custom cushion made with just some foam and leather. That's the most expensive part, and the reason I got leather for that, and you wouldn't have to, you can just use material, was because of the dog, so she wouldn't scratch the material, and the leather was obviously a lot more robust. So great way to sort of utilize some space. So I hope you liked that episode, and perhaps it gave you some ideas of some stuff you can do on your own for your house or your rental property, your cottage, whatever. Like I said, a lot of projects that I just took on, a lot of wood I use just because it's easy to work with, and sort of learn as you go. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So once again, thanks for watching, and just wanted to say I'm also dedicating this episode to my dog Kona that I mentioned. She's missed and loved, and she was a big part of this house as well. Take care.